Hello, what's up? Welcome to today's video. You guys have been requesting a new and updated what's on my iPhone for so long now. So we're doing that today, and we're also going to go over the best productivity apps of 2023, some of the apps that I have in my phone that I use for productivity. It helps keep me going, stay on track. I also quickly want to thank RoboForm Password Manager for sponsoring today's video. I will have more details on that later. But if you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Let me know one of your must-have productivity apps for this year. I'm going to go ahead, pop up the screen recording right here, and we're going to hop into it. I think the main thing for me, if you guys know me and you've seen these videos in the past, you know I am very much a creature of habit. I like what I like and I stick to it. So my home screen is set up for me, honestly, just to be the most productive that I possibly can be throughout the day. I work in social media. I'm constantly on my phone for work, and I need something that is, number one, not going to be too distracting for me because it's so easy to get distracted on your phone, and number two, just a layout that keeps me productive and on track to get my work done, set goals for myself, and just be the most productive version of myself that I can be throughout the workday. So this is kind of how I lay out my home screen. At the very top, I have a Widgetsmith section. This has the calendar, and it also has my little to-do list for the day. And this is imported directly from my Google Calendar. We'll get to that in a little bit as well. But it basically pulls everything from my Google Calendar. I use that to set my entire life up to stay on track. So it has whatever tasks and events are for the next day set in there, so I kind of can see like stuff that's due today and then stuff that is due for the next day, or events or anything going on like that. And then I just have like the overall calendar view, like the monthly view of the calendar, so I can see exactly what day it is of the week. And then we have Safari, Natural Cycles, and Sleep Cycle. Sleep Cycle is an app that I use for my sleep. I track my sleep with it. Lots of great info in there as well. And then I have the app for the gym that I work at. I am a part-time fitness instructor, fitness trainer, so I have that on there because it just shows us like our weekly schedule and everything. And then at the bottom, or like right underneath all of those like main apps that I have everything sectioned into folders, and this is just a way that I can stay organized, and it just helps me find everything so much easier. So typically everything that I need throughout a daily like work day is essentially what I have here on my home screen. I don't have any extra apps or things that I'm not clicking on like constantly. I pretty much just have everything that is something that I use every single day, or something that pertains to work business. So like I said, I'm a content creator. That is my full-time job, and I have all of the stuff that I need for stuff like that to create content for you guys in this folder called Edit. So this is where I keep Unfold, my Photos app, which I'm constantly using because I'm filming TikToks, Reels, publishing content on my fitness app as well. I just came out with an app, so if you want to train with me, that'll be linked down below. And then CapCut, I use this to edit everything for TikTok and Reels. And then Lightroom, which is how I edit my photos. I do have all of my presets and everything on my website as well, if you were curious about that. So that is everything that I keep in the edit folder. And then we have my socials folder. This is also something that I pretty much use every single day. YouTube, you know, I need that app. YouTube Studio, great for content creators. It's like the back end of your channel, essentially. And then we have Pinterest. I use this a lot for inspo and just like backgrounds, day-to-day kind of like photos and stuff like that. So if you guys want to follow me over there, you can search up CatherineJune. I think it's also linked in my description box down below. But this is where I'll typically pin like outfit inspo, home inspo. I try to like post some of my own pins sometimes. I've created like mood boards, vision boards on here. Great little place to do that. And then we have my Instagram. So if you guys are not following me already over there, definitely go follow me over on Instagram. It's CatherineJune. Here I post about my apps, my programs, and then just like lifestyle, day-to-day stuff and fun behind the scenes and stuff over on my stories. So definitely go follow me over there if you are not already. Then we have TikTok, another place. Oh, Bentley is napping right underneath me, so if you hear a noise, that is him. And then we have TikTok. This is a wonderful app, mostly for distraction, honestly, half the time. I do post consistently on TikTok as well, so if you guys want to follow me over there, it's just at CatherineJune with 2 E's. I have some like drafts saved up, as you can see, but I post a lot of like workouts, little mini vlogs, outfit inspo, and stuff like that over there on my TikTok, so go follow me over there if you are not already. SoundCloud I mostly use for teaching. I try to find like remixes and stuff like that for my classes. And then Snapchat, not really like a social media app that I use like publicly, but I will use that to Snapchat my friends. And if it's not on my home screen, I will forget about it, because I'm just not like a big Snapchat girly. I never really have been, so I put it in my socials so I remember to Snapchat my friends back, because otherwise they just sit there for weeks and I forget to respond to people. Then we have my finances folder. Essentially everything that you need for finances sectioned in one folder. Very important. Check these every single day. So I like to have that on my home screen as well. And then the last thing that I have in its own little folder category is my business section. So this is basically everything pertaining to my business. I also have an online business, which is like my online store. So everything that you see on there, I pretty much use these to manage most of that, as well as like some YouTube stuff. So first thing that I have is my Gmail. I check my email every single day. I have different accounts for like my YouTube to email my managers, different email for like the store for my online store that I have, and then I have like my personal email. So that is something that gets used every single day. The next thing I have here is my Google Calendar. This is something that I use to organize my entire life. Everything goes into my Google Calendar. Every little detail, event, date, whatever it is, it's in my Google Calendar. And if it's not in my Google Calendar, I'm going to forget about it. So I use that thing to plan my entire life. If you guys want me to do a video on like how I plan everything out in my Google Calendar, maybe I could do that. Then we have Shopify. This is the host for my online store. So everything that I need is basically like the back end of my store, sales, analytics, data, everything that I need for that. And then Google Keep, this is great. This is like my little notes app here. I'm just now realizing that I'm missing my Notion app in here as well. I have 3 apps that I want to talk to you guys about for like my best productivity apps for 2023, and that is one of them. I don't think I've moved it to my home screen yet because I mostly use it on my desktop and my laptop, but we'll get to that as well. Google Keep, this is my notes app. Anything, everything, ideas that I have, grocery lists, like stuff like that, which I can now start inputting into my Notion as well, because I do have a whole setup for that. I did a whole video on my Notion, give a whole Notion tour, so if you guys want to see that, that'll be linked down below as well. And then we have RoboForm. So this is the sponsor of today's video. I'm really excited to share this app with you guys. This is an app where you can essentially keep all of your passwords, login, everything that you need that will log you in with, like, they have one-click login. It's really great because then you don't have to remember your passwords. You don't have to type everything out every time you go to a new website. I switch between Safari and Chrome quite a bit, and depending on if I'm on my desktop, my iPhone, or on my laptop, some of them are logged in some devices, some of them are not in others. So something like this is a great app to be able to just have everything logged in one place. So like I said, this is RoboForm Password Manager. They are the #1 password managing app. It gives you basically like a bookmark login on your phone or your desktop, mobile, whatever. And they make it super easy to remember all of your passwords. So again, you're not typing everything in every time you go to a new website. It does one-click login for you. It remembers everything. They also have the ability to save like your address and credit card info, which is like a super handy little thing that you can have as well, because you know sometimes you need that for some websites. And then they also have the ability to give you some stronger passwords and like password suggestions. Obviously, you don't want to have the same password for every single website, and you definitely want to have something very, very unique to protect everything and make sure everything is safe and secure. And RoboForm does a great job at doing this. You guys can click the link in the description box down below to get 30% off RoboForm Password Manager for desktop or mobile. I will have all of that information in the description box down below if you guys want to check them out. This app has definitely helped make my life a little bit easier. Okay, like I said, the last app in here that is missing, we have my Notion. We're gonna go ahead and drag that into my business section here. That is something that I absolutely love. So third and final productivity app that I want to share with you guys is Notion. This is one of my most used, maybe not apps on my phone, but as far as on my desktop and my laptop, I use this thing to plan literally my entire life. It helps you stay so organized. This is a little preview of what my Notion kind of looks like. Basically a hub for anything and everything in my life, all sectioned into one place. It's amazing. Like I said, I have an entire video dedicated to my Notion and my Notion tour and how it helps me stay on track and stay productive. So definitely check that out. Like I said, that'll be linked in the description box down below. Back to the home screen, how I have it organized. My settings are down here, my phone, messages, and Spotify. Those are things that I do use quite often as well. I keep those on my main page. Okay, the other thing that I want to share with you guys is my Do Not Disturb section. I use the heck out of this feature on the iPhone, and honestly it's fantastic. I have everything on my phone that I need, like shortcut wise, down here at the bottom under like my volume and brightness. Those are the things that I reach for. It helps me be more productive. So like my camera, the timer app, I use my energy saver a ton, especially if my phone's starting to die. I use the flashlight a ton. So those are the things that I keep on the bottom section of this little drop down menu. We also have my Do Not Disturb section. Right now I have mine on work. I started using this a lot more when I started teaching group fitness classes, because I use my Apple Watch as like my timer to keep on time for the entire class, and I didn't want any messages, any notifications, nothing coming through, because when I first started teaching, I didn't have this on, and so I would be like, you know, looking at my watch for the time, suddenly like a notification would pop up, and I would be like, oh my goodness, like I would like start to freak out a little bit because I was still so new to teaching. And I would have to like, you know, get that to go away so I could see my clock again and see like, or my stopwatch timer. So that is just like something that I have. So I have my Do Not Disturb, which is just like my classic Do Not Disturb. And then I think that's the one that turns on in the evening. And then I have my personal. This one is more so if I just don't want notifications and I really only want calls or texts from close friends and family. I have a very small amount of people that I allow through for like personal Do Not Disturb. And then I have my work Do Not Disturb. This one, no notifications, no calls, texts, nothing from anybody, so I'm not distracted whatsoever. Best feature that I have added to my phone productivity wise. Like my productivity has skyrocketed. When I turn this on, no one can bother me. It's like no one can touch me. I'm invincible, you know. The final thing that I want to share with you guys is how I set up my phone for productivity in the evening time. This kind of forces me to just be more present in the evening, get off my phone, and honestly the same thing in the mornings. So I set my phone up so my apps lock at 9 p.m. every single night. My Do Not Disturb turns on, which means all of my apps lock. Obviously you can go in and like ignore it for 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is, or you can ignore the limit for like the entire day. But I essentially have mine set up so Sunday night through Thursday night is basically when I have my Do Not Disturb set. Weekends I don't have it on because it's you know, sometimes I'm out and about with friends, whatever. I don't really need it on the weekends, but it is something that I use during the weekday every single day, every single morning, every single night. So let me show you guys how I set this up really quick. We are gonna go into screen time. As you can see, my average screen time, 5 hours. That's not too bad considering my job is social media and I'm usually always on my phone. This is where I set it. We have my downtime schedule. This is going to be, like I said, in your screen time settings. You go down, I turned on the schedule. So this is essentially what my schedule is like for my downtime every single week. It's automatic. I don't have to think about it. It automatically does it. So Sunday through Thursday. My downtime turns on at 9 p.m. and it doesn't turn off until 6 a.m. every morning. I don't know why Mondays is 6:30. I must have like changed that at some point because I was like up earlier, or I was trying not to go on my phone until then, but typically it's at 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and that way it forces me to get off my phone, forces me to stay off my phone in the mornings. If I wake up before that, it just keeps me from going into the apps and just mindlessly scrolling, and that way I can just actually get out of bed instead and have a productive morning. Like I said, Friday, Saturday, it's turned off. I don't worry about it. So I did the customized days on there and set it up like that. That is essentially everything that I have, how my phone is laid out, my best productivity apps for 2023, how I set up my downtime, and just how I use my phone overall to stay productive and stay on track. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to comment your favorite productivity app for 2023. I will have RoboForm Password Manager linked down below so you guys can check it out there and get 30% off with my link. Don't forget to subscribe. We are getting so close to 140,000 subscribers. I think we are just over 1,000 away, which is mind-blowing. So if you guys are new to the fam or you've been here for a while, thank you so much. Your support means everything to me. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.